Standard 3rd, Subject Maths, Topic Subtraction by Borrowing, Part 1. Hello students. Students, as we have already learned about subtraction, so we will quickly revise it. So, what do you see in the picture? Yes, there are many apples. So, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So altogether there are 16 apples. So from the 16 apples, if I will eat few apples, that is 5 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many apples will remain? So, from 16 apples, if I will eat 5 apples, that is 16 minus 5. So, how many apples will remain? So, let's do the calculation. So, in units place, as you can see, 6 minus 5. What is the answer, students? Very good, 1. And in tens place, there is only 1. So 1 minus 0, what is the answer? 1. So there is 1 tens and 1 unit. That is, the answer is 11. So let's check whether our answer is right or not by counting the apples. So this 5 apples, from the 16 apples I have already cut the 5 apples. So let's count the remaining apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So our answer is right. Students, now what do you see in the picture? Yes, there is a 100 rupee note, a 20 rupee note, a 10 rupee note and few coins of 1 rupee. So let's count how many coins are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there are 5 coins of 1 rupee. That is 5 rupees. So total there are 135 rupees. So from this 135, if I will spend 103 rupees, that is 100 rupee note and 3 coins of 1 rupee. So how much money is left with me now? Okay students, so always remember we have to start from the units place. Okay, we have to always subtract from the units place. So 5 minus 3, what is the answer? 2. Very good. 3 minus 0, 3 and 1 minus 1, 0. So it's 0, 100, 3 tens and 2 units. So the answer is 32. So we'll count the notes and the coins and check whether our answer is right or not. So there is a 20 rupee note and a 10 rupee note. So 20 plus 10 is 30 and there are 2 coins of 2 rupees. That is 32 rupees. So our answer is right. Today we are going to learn about subtraction by untying a 10 and subtraction by untying 100. So first we will be learning about subtraction by untying a 10. So as you can see, a 10 rupee note and some coins. So let's start counting the coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So there are 10 coins of 1 rupee. So when the 10 coins of 1 rupee come together, they form a 10 rupee. So 10 rupees means 10 coins of 1 rupee each. Students, always remember, when we subtract, sometimes we have to untie 110. We need to untie only 110 even when there are many tens. So 110 is equal to 10 units. 2 tens is equal to 110 plus 10 units. 3 tens is equal to 2 tens plus 10 units. 4 tens is equal to 3 tens plus 10 units. So students, the another example is, as you can see, there are 2 bundles of matchsticks. In each bundle, there are 10 matchsticks. So the 2 bundles are 2 tens. So if I untie 110, students, 110 is equal to 10 units. So I will remain with 110 and 10 units. Okay, so we will understand in a better way when we start solving the sums. So this girl is named as Preeti. Okay, so Preeti had 2 strings of 10 and 3 single beads. If she gives 6 beads to Raj, how many beads will she left? So students, we cannot give 6 beads from the 3 beads. That is, we cannot subtract 6 units from 3 units. Now, under the tens, we have a number 2 and under the units, we have a number 3. In order to find out the answer, we will have to subtract 6 from 23. So now we must untie one string of 10. So students, before we were having 2 tens and 3 units. But now we are having 1 10 and 13 units. So we are going to cut this 2 and we will bring 1 here as we are remain with 1 tens and 13 units. So first we were having only 3 units, but now when we untie 110, so we have total 13 units. So out of this 13 units, Preeti gave 6 units, that is 6 beads to Raj. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So how many bits are remaining with Preeti? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So Preeti is left with 7 single beads and one string of 10. So students, 13 minus 6. So 7 is the answer and 1 minus, there is no number here. So we will consider it as 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1. So Preeti is left with 17 beads. So now there are some strings of tens. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So there are 9 strings of tens. So our next sum is 90 minus 69. So we have to subtract 69 from 90. So students, 9 units cannot be subtracted from 0 units. So we need to untie 110. That is, we need to borrow 1 from the tens place. So now there are 10 single beats, that is 10 units. And there are 8 strings left. So let us subtract 9 from 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So what is the answer, student? 1. Very good. Now in the tens place there are 8 tens and we have to subtract 6. So 6 we are going to cut. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So how many are left? 1 and 2. So 8 minus 6 is 2. So the answer is 2 tens and 1 unit. That is 21. Next is subtraction by untying 100. So there is a 100 rupee note and some 10 rupees note. So let's count the 10 rupees note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So there are 10 notes of 10 rupees. So when 10 notes of 10 rupees come together, they are 100 rupees. So 100 is equal to 10 tens. Students, when we subtract, sometimes we have to untie 100 or 110. We need to untie only 110 or 100, even when there are many hundreds or tens. For example, if there are 200s, so 200 is equal to 100 and 10 tens. If there are 300s, so 300 is equal to 200 plus 10 tens. 400 is equal to 300 plus 10 tens. 500 is equal to 400 plus 10 tens. So, our next sum is subtract. The sum is 271 minus 138. So we have to subtract 138 from 271. So as you can see, there are two notes of 100 rupee and there are some notes of 10 rupees. So let's count the notes of 10 rupees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So there are 7 notes of 10 rupees and 1 coin of 1 rupee. So in total 200 plus this 70. So 270 and 1. So in total there are 271 rupees. So this boy wants 138 rupees from this 271 rupees. So as you can see, now 8 coins cannot be given out of 1 coin. That is, 8 units cannot be subtracted from 1 unit. So we have to change or untie 1 note of 10 rupee for 7 rupee coin. So students, there are 10 rupees from 10 rupee note which we have untied from these notes, and earlier we had 1 rupee coin. So now we have 11 single rupee coins. From this 11 we will give 8 to this boy. So there were 7 notes of 10 rupees, but we have untied 1 note. So there will be left 6 tens and there will be 11 units. So from this 11 we have to give 8 to this boy. So 11 minus 8, the answer is 1, 2 and 3. So the girl is left with 3 rupees. Okay. So 6 minus 3. 1, 2 and 3. So how many are left with the girl? 3 notes. Okay. So now in hundreds place, 2 minus 1. Okay. So 2 minus 1, what is the answer? 1. Very good. So the girl is left with 133 rupees. That is 103 tens and 3 units. So students, our next sum is 205 minus 6. So 205 means 2 hundreds, 0 tens and 5 units. So we have to subtract 6 from 205. We cannot subtract 6 units from 5 units. So we must untie 110. But there is 0 in tens place. So we shall untie 100. Students, always remember we directly can't borrow from hundreds place. So now we have 10 tens. Now from this 10 tens we can give 10 units to units place. So here it will become 9 and here already we have 5 units and now we have borrowed more 10 units. So it will become 15 units. So 15 minus 6. So let's count here. How many are remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 15 minus 6, the answer is 9. So we have 9 units left. Now there are 9 tens in tens place, but we don't have any other number to subtract. So that is 0. We consider it as 0. So the answer in the tens place is 9. And the same for the 100. So the answer is 1. So there is 100, 9 tens and 9 units. So the final answer is 199. Now we have to arrange vertically and subtract. So the sum is 348 minus 59. So we have to arrange them under the place value. Now we cannot subtract 9 units from 8 units. So we have to untie 110. So it will become 3 and in unit splits it will become 18. So when we borrow or untie 110, it gives 10 units. So previously we had 8 units and now more 10 units. So together we have 18 units. So 18 minus 9, what is the answer? 9. Very good. Now in tens place there is 5 tens. We cannot subtract 5 tens from 3 tens. So we must untie 100. So 2 left in hundreds place. And 100 gives 10 tens. So previously we had 3 tens plus now 10 tens. So it will become 13 tens. So 13 tens minus 5 tens. The answer is 8. So 8 tens. Now in hundreds place there is no other number. That means we consider it as 0. So 2 minus 0 is 2. So 200, 8 tens and 9 units. So 289. Next sum is 407 minus 240. So we have to arrange them under the place value. Now we have to subtract. So 0 from 7. So the answer is, what is the answer, students? 7. Very good. Now, in tens place, we cannot subtract 4 from 0. So, we have to untie 100. So, it will become 3 in hundreds place. Students, 100 means 10 tens. So 10 will go in tens place. So 10 minus 4, the answer is 6. And 3 minus 2, the answer is 1. So 100, 6 tens and 7 units. So 167. Write the biggest possible 3-digit number and the smallest possible 3-digit number using the given digits. Subtract one from the other. The digits are 3, 5 and 4. So the biggest number is 543 and the smallest number is 345. Now we have to arrange them under their place value. We have to subtract 345 from 543. Now we cannot subtract 5 units from 3 units. So we have to untie 110. So 3 will remain in tens place. Students, 1/10 means 10 units. So previously we had 3 units and now 10 units. So total there are 13 units. So 13 minus 5, what is the answer, students? 8. Very good. Now in tens place, we cannot subtract 4 tens from 3 tens. So we have to untie 100. That is, we have to borrow 1 from the hundreds place. So in hundreds place, there will be 4. So 100 means 10 tens. So we have 3 tens already and now more 10 tens. So it will be 13 tens. So 13 tens minus 4 tens. What is the answer? 9 tenths. Now in hundreds place, 400 minus 300. So the answer is 100. So 100, 9 tenths and 8 units. 198 is the answer. Our next digits are 6, 5 and 1. The biggest number is 651 and the smallest number is 156. So now we have to arrange them in their place value. So students, now we cannot subtract 6 units from 1 unit. So now what we are going to do? Yes, we are going to untie 10. That is, we are going to borrow from tens. So it will become 4. So 110 is equal to 10 units. So already we are having 1 unit and more 10. So it will become 11. So 11 minus 6. What is the answer, students? 5. Very good. Now, in tens place, we cannot subtract 5 tens from 4 tens. So, what are we going to do? We are going to untie 100. That is, we are going to borrow from hundreds place. So, in hundreds place, it will be 5. So, 100 is equal to 10 tens. So, already we are having 4 tens. And now we have borrowed 10 tens. So, it will be 14 tens. So, 14 tens minus 5 tens. The answer is 9 tens. In hundreds place 5 minus 1. 400. So the answer is 495. So students, today we have learned subtraction by untying a 10. In that we have learned subtract. The second is subtraction by untying 100. In that we have learned subtract, arrange vertically and subtract, write the biggest possible 3-digit number and the smallest possible 3-digit number using the given digit, subtract one from the other. So students, this is your assignment. So these are few sums which I want you all to solve. The first one is 73 minus 45. Second is 81 minus 58. Third one is 680 minus 154. Fourth one is 700 minus 348. Arrange vertically and subtract. The first one is 245 minus 6 and second one is 556 minus 368. So here you're going to make columns and arrange them in their place value. Next is write the biggest possible 3-digit number and the smallest possible 3-digit number using the given digits. Subtract one from the other. So you're going to make your biggest 3-digit number and smallest 3-digit number out of these digits and you're going to make the columns and arrange them in their place value. Students, I hope you have understood the lesson, subtraction by borrowing. Thank you.